Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another review, another video. And I do apologize, I've been away for a while. It just work taking a little bit of precedence. But today, I thought I'm going to save you a bit of money. So, we're talking about a UK-based house called Perfume Parlour. I have done videos which have featured two of their fragrances. Both are very, very good. One is an Aventus clone, which is part of my Battle for Aventus Clones video, and the other one is an exclusive review, not an exclusive but one singular fragrance review, which was Gucci Pour clone. I think it's called Gooch 0591. Now this house does very affordable clones. This is exactly what I want, and this is exactly what people want who don't have a huge budget for fragrances, and their fragrances are more or less 50% similar to what they're trying to clone. Some are probably not. So how many have I got? I've got tons. I've got at least 40 odd fragrances from this house. I mean, I can show you that huge amounts of fragrances from this house. So what I've done is today, I'm going to do 5. Yeah, I'm going to pick 5 and I'm going to do a review of 5. Then I'll do another 5. But these 5 are pretty good. They're very impressive. Apart from the Gucci one, which are, sorry about the noise, which I've already done. So I'll pick 5 of the best that I can think of, and then I'll do 5 more. So let's start. Number 1 on my list is a Serge Lutens. Serge Lutens does food scents pretty well. This one is a clone of Serge Lutens Araby. Araby is supposed to, as the name suggests, is supposed to be a replication of you transporting you to an Arabian souk. So what would you smell? You'll smell spices. You'll smell dry fruits, you'll smell probably dry air and slight warmth to it. This fragrance Araby has everything. So this clone is called, I think, Araby in a different way. So I'll put it in the link in the description of the video. And what I've got is, I've got a 3 ml oil for you. I normally go for oils. You can go for the sprays as well. I just have more faith in the oils. That's all. And I can use tiny amount. I've used it at least 5 or 6 times, and you can see for yourself how little you need if you've got the oil concentration. So I just have a little bit of faith. They do a 3 ml and 6 ml. Some of the fragrances have gone for 3, some have gone for 6, which I'll show. So Araby, this clone is slightly sweet, and the sweetness reduces with time. Smell of dry fruits, dates, excuse me, bay leaves. I think there's a bit of myrrh as well, which is very interesting. So, and slight medicinal smell. That's because myrrh and bay leaf. And I think there's cumin as well in this one, but not as pronounced. But the moment you spray this, sorry, not spray, but apply this, you'll realize you've got a very, very high quality, very cheap oil. Yeah, and that's what I like. It's very similar to Araby, and I've had many decants of Araby, at least 3 or 4, because I quite like Araby. I'm going to review Araby soon, but this one is about 75% close to Araby, and it's an all-weather scent. It's been done so well that you can wear it in summer evenings and still feel not nauseated by the sweetness, although this is a sweet fragrance. But yeah, very, very fine clone of Serge Lutens Araby, right? Next on my list is a Tom Ford clone, and it's a very fine Tom Ford. It's Tobacco Vani. It's a clone of Tobacco Vani, which has been done to perfection. This is the cheapest quality clone of Tobacco Vani I know of. What a nicely done fragrance, guys. This has got the richness and depth of Tobacco Vani. It's again about 75% similar. So what does Tobacco Vani have? It has a very rich vanilla. It has a beautiful dry fruit note. It has a very subtle but present, omnipresent tobacco note. But it's a beastly fragrance. This one doesn't jump off like Tobacco Vani would, but it's very, very rich, very deep smelling Tobacco Vani. I really enjoy this one. I was quite pleasantly surprised. Again, the name I'll put in the description, and this one probably has an Amazon link, so I'll put it there. If you buy it using that link, I'll get a little bit of commission. But this one, I really rate this highly. And I've done a couple of clones, one by Alexandria Fragrances, can't remember the name. That is pretty good, but this one doesn't hurt the pocket at all. I mean, you pay very little money, I think £3 or something. So very, very nice, very high quality tobacco Vani clone, and I'm surprised how they've managed to make such a high quality fragrance for so little money, especially the vanilla. Vanilla is very, very rich and deep, if you see what I mean. It's very the depth of the fragrance is what surprised me for so little money. So the next on the list is another very nice fragrance. It's by Killian's Back to Blak. Now Back to Blak is a funny one because it smells different in different weather, at least on me. So what is it? It's a very warm, comforting, inviting, aphrodisiac-like smell. It's really a magnet for women because it has all these beautiful notes in it. Cherry, it has tobacco, it has vanilla, it has honey. You can say it's a gourmand, but it's a gourmand which smells different. And it's one of those very attractive, as I said, aphrodisiac-like smells. So this one is called, I think, Back to Blacks or Black to Blacks, or something like that. I'll put in the link in the description, but this surprised me. Reason being, it's a very high quality fragrance. I mean, again, just like Tobacco Vani and like Araby, I was not expecting it to be so good in terms of how close it is to Back to Blak. And the performance on this one is also very strong. This thing projects. The Tobacco Vani clone doesn't project as much as Tobacco Vani, but this one has the huge amounts of projection. So I was quite surprised on both counts, as in the quality, as in how close it was to the fragrance, I would say 75%, and the performance. This is a really beastly performer. So Back to Blacks, I think that's what it's called. The link will be in the description. Very, very nice date night fragrance, I think. Fantastic, actually, for such little money. So let's do a couple for summer. One, I really, really liked it, and it's beautifully named. It's named Intensely Scented. Now, Intensely Scented, I've got a 6 ml of this because I really like this one. It's probably about 75 to 80%, yeah? Close to MFK's Amiris Puron. Now, MFK's Amiris is a very fine scent. It also has beautiful transitions, and sometimes this one matches, sometimes, as in My Body Chemistry and the Weather, this one matches the transitions of Amiris. For such little money, I was stunned at how beautifully they've made this copy. So what does this smell like? It has this clean sheet-like smell. It's a very dry, slightly, you can say it's a freshie, but it's a huge amounts of performance. It's got huge amounts of depth. So the notes are orange, Amiris, tonka bean, iris, chocolate, tobacco, coconut. So it's like sitting on a very clean bed by a seaside type of an experience. You see what I mean? Very clean and superb performance, very attractive, perfect for summer. So Intensely Scented. Do give it a try if you're on a budget and you're looking for a very nice and classy, great smelling fragrance. Intensely Scented. Highly recommended. It's very, very close to Amiris. I was very surprised. In fact, I was surprised by all of these because I've paid little money, very little money, and they're doing the job so well that it's a pleasure doing this video. The last one in the list, the fifth one, is the best. Why? Because it's a Roja clone. It's a clone of Roja Fetish. Yeah. So Roja Fetish, I think, is 375 pound fragrance or something like that, 50 ml. And I've realized that Roja Fetish is a knockoff of Bellamy, Hermès Bellamy, current version, not the vintage, because Bellamy has been in existence for a while. And Bellamy has this beautiful citrusy leather oak mossy fragrance, very manly, beautifully done, extremely well balanced, fantastic leather fragrance. This one is called Fetish. I think with a different kind of spelling. I think naming fragrances is not their forte. They don't get the gist of how to name their fragrances. That's their weak side. But boy, is it good. This one is my absolute favorite. Once I run out of this 3 ml, I'm going to get a 6 ml. Just like Amiris clone, Intensely Scented. So, excuse me. So what does this smell like? It smells like a very resinous, rich, lemony leather scent. That's why I think it's fantastic for summer. It's beautifully rich, and you know that you're smelling a Roja clone because it's got all these depth. And Roja is not really a Roja. This is basically a Hermès Bellamy copy, I would say. So this has got the depth, the richness of the leather. Oak moss doesn't play a huge role in Fetish, and neither does it play a huge role in Bellamy current version. Lemon does play a huge role, at least for the first 1 or 2 hours. You get that experience, yeah. And you know, one tip I'll give you: if you go for the oil versions, wear it under your shirt, because oil fragrances or athars do very well when they're trapped between your shirt and your body heat. So try that. So this one is the best of the lot, the Roja Fetish clone. I'll put the name, and I think the Emiris clone is also equally close. I would say these are about 90% close. So these two are, excuse me, the pick of the 5 I've done today. Hope you enjoy the review, fellas. Hope this saves you a lot of money, and see you soon in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.